What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and today I'm going to try my best to give you guys all the fun tips, tricks, and whatever other word that means helpful advice so you guys can play this game if you wanted to check it out and you just were a bit, I don't really know. I got you. I'm gonna get you with all the tricks. First things first, I'm gonna have to tell you guys about the loveliness that is the reroll. When you guys first get this game, you're gonna get a reroll at 1-5. This is really important, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this first is because I actually made a slight mistake on my reroll, or my select summon, I guess this is what it's called. I know some people actually reroll their accounts at 1-2 or 1-5, but there's one really important thing about this reroll or the select summon that you need to know, and that is Stella. I did not know when I first played this game that you kind of get Stella. She's kind of a free unit that you get, and she's actually like 3-star max when you first get her. She's actually a really good unit. She provides barriers for you for like pretty much for cheap. I'm not gonna go over everything that she does. I don't want this video to be 8 years long, but pretty much she gets the first turn on the start of every turn, and she has barriers. She can protect her units in the beginning, helping them survive a little bit. So the reason why I'm telling you guys about Stella, and this was kind of like a slight mistake on my end, not really a big one, but you don't really need a support or a healer start. The character that I selected from the selective summon was Freya. Now it's very difficult for me to progress through the game because all I had was healers and supports, and I didn't have a DPS unit. The DPS units that you're going to be looking for are going to be either obviously an attacker, not this unit specifically, but someone with this symbol, or a debuffer. And it's going to be someone with this symbol. Those two symbols pretty much, or those two roles, really do a good job of DPSing, and it allows you to kind of progress through the game a little bit easier. The reason why I say that is because every map that you do, there is going to be a ranking system pretty much, and you have to clear the stage. All members must survive and clear within a certain amount of turns. When you clear with all the conditions, you'll see that you get 3-star, 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 and then it's going to give you something here that is going to be able to claim. This is on hard mode. I'll explain that in a second, but as you can see, if I were to 3-star each one of these stages, I would get something here. And the reward here is a 3-star epic character, which is obviously really good, and that's pretty much for each little section. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you have good enough DPS to finish the fight. You already have Stella as a support, and then whatever else you get in your pack, you're going to utilize that as well. Next up, while I'm here, let's talk about the MPC Quest. As you can see here, once you get into hard mode, not in normal, but in hard, you'll see these lovely little things here, and you're going to have to do these 12 times. Regardless of how much it actually says, this looks intimidating. 72 times or 36 times, it's just 12. Depending on what number it is, it's just a multiple of 12. So if you guys know math, 36, this is going to be done every time you complete a stage. It's going to give you 3, because 3 times 12 is 36. This one, same thing. I think that is 6. Yes, that is 6. So if every completion of this, you will get 6. You will keep doing that over and over and over again until you complete the quest. With the quest 4, so here is Chloe Vaughn, and if we go to 2-2, her quest is to gather drives from the Metal Eaters. It doesn't really matter what it actually is. You have to beat it 12 times. That's just point blank. You beat it 12 times, and you're gonna get a completion. You're gonna get some of these rewards here. You're gonna get some gold, get some rupees, and get some light. Then as you can see bottom here, you can keep doing this over and over again. This one is going to reset. I just turned the game on, so I feel like a bad man that I'm not farming optimally, because you know I have pretty much 40 minutes to do the ones from this stage 2. The stage 1 has them. They all should have them. Obviously the harder it's gonna get really hard as you progress forward. Another beautiful thing that you can get, once you finish enough of these, you can scroll down here and you will see that once you've done enough MPC quests, you will get a free legendary 5-star, which is Weiwei, which is a really good support. Not obviously it's going to take you a while to complete all of those, so I'm not going to say like, oh, since you're going to get Weiwei, you don't need to level up support. You still need to level up your supports and healers. It's going to take you a while to get this, but the faster that you do it, obviously the better. So it's just a little heads up to you guys. So you're going to get a free character for doing it. It gives you rewards. There's no reason not to. Next up that I wanted to explain, and thank you guys so much on my Twitch channel that gave me all this advice. Most of the stuff that I'm going through is from me watching YouTube videos and through the people helping me through Twitch. So the gear was something that really confused me, is that they have the legendary gear, as you can see here by the yellow, and then there's the epic gear, and then you can see that these are 2 and 4 sets. The legendaries are 3 and 6 sets. So in order to get the creme de la creme of these, you need 6 sets, and that's going to be a little bit further into the game. Obviously, all 6 of these have to match disciples, Elunes, or whatever like that. This one is the full moon blade, so each of your set has to start with full moon, and you'll get that bonus. So it's going to be much easier to get the purples. As you can see, Golden Knights, and this one is Golden Knights. So these two are providing the set bonus, and that's how that works. Thank God they explained that to me, because I really didn't understand how you differentiate this one from another one. And sometimes they're really close, as you can see here. Sometimes they might look the same, they might have a similar name, but look at the name. Sage, this is a Sage set, this is the Golden Knight set, and then eventually you'll have some others. See, this one says Guardian, so you have to find another thing that says Guardian, and it matches up in that nature. Now, as far as leveling them up, that's up to you. I think in K Gaming's video, he said that it's really good to get it up to +6. So I would think that he knows what he's talking about. So I'll go with K Gaming said, get these up to like +6. Once you start struggling, once you start finding issues, it might be your gear. Go level up your gear. Gold is going to be an issue, so just take it in strides. While we are here on the screen though, let me also go through the skill up system, the skill gem system, sorry. The skill gem system is this, as you can see, these little funny little things. You get these gems when you complete stages. As you can see, 609 and 408. I have a lot of some of these, and there's a reason why I have a lot of these in comparison to the other ones. Let me show you. Each stage of the map, so Astoria Starship, Mount Sky, Lumen, Bata, Ice Road, and Dark Star. Each of them have it pretty much like an affinity to a certain color. The reason why I have so many green is because I've been doing these pretty much all day. It doesn't actually say it here, which is kind of weird that it doesn't say it in the rewards. Here you guys go. It seems as though these only come out when you do a repeat battle. When I was doing solo battles, the gems didn't pop up, but now when I do repeat battle, they do pop up as a reward. I don't know why, don't ask me, but that's just how it works. Another good tip that I was given is that you can just pretty much fill these in. Don't mind this one because I don't have a violet. I don't have an actual violet one to put in that slot. But what you do is that you can use these 1-star ones. As you can see, I have a bunch of these. And you could fill these in, and then if I had an orange or a violet, I would finish this out and I would get this bonus right here. And this one is for a blue, this one's for orange, and all your characters kind of have it. The low end one's just to finish it out, and then when you finally want to get dedicated, you would use these big Papa ones right up here and then finish out the characters that you want. Once you finally figure out what character you want to do, then use the big ones. Because if I was to use this right now and I would slot it in, and then if I wanted to replace it, then it goes away forever. So you want to be really picky on which ones you want to fill in and put into these slots. So here's Chloe. You can see blue, blue V, blue, blue V, blue, blue V. So if it was up to me, I would go to the stages where the blue is, and I would go to the stages where the V is until I got some pretty good skill gems, and then I would work it like that. Next thing I want to talk about is progressing through the game. So currently I'm stuck on the stage 5. I know that this is a lot of people. This is where the game kind of jumps up in difficulty. And I just wanted to mention a few things. Now, this is not what you want. This is me fodder training. I'm going to go over that later. But let's say that my team comp was actually this crappy, which in a sense, maybe it is. You can use friend units here. And the friend units that you have here are, hopefully you got a couple good people on your side that can help you through and progress through the story. But just keep in mind that there is about a 20 or 30 minute cooldown on your friend unit. So when you want to progress through the game, I think you should go do as many stages with your friend units as much as you can. Get as far as you can. They'll go on cooldown, and then you're gonna go to the next part, which is back to farming. Then you come right back to farming. Once you progress as far as you can using your friend units, you come back to farming and do these as much as you can and farm. And then when the friend cooldown is done, then you can go back and then progress through the game a little bit. Farm. Now let's talk about how we're gonna farm, because this is really important. But first I have to explain one other thing before I go into that. And that is these things. Obviously the daily missions, I should have, to be more thorough, right? The daily missions, you should be looking to them and they're going to get you pretty much on board or what you should be doing every day. But this thing right here, the literature or literature temple, is going to be really important to your growth. And you're going to see the temple of the tank, temple of DPS, temple of healer, support, and debuffer. So pretty much you're going to be doing these. Today is Monday. So the temple of tank is open. So I would want to do this, and I only have easy unlocked. I don't have the normal or the hard. You can see it doesn't even let me do it. So pretty much I'm going to get 1 tank seed, and I'm going to get some Elune seeds. It doesn't matter if you do this stage and then try to refresh it. From the sources that I have heard, it does not matter if you do that, because they will just, you don't get extra ones for the next one. You're pretty much just doing it using your rupees to clear it, so the next time it is available, you will get the higher. Because if I were to show you like this one cleared up to normal, I would get like 3 seeds or something like that for doing it. The reason why I'm bringing this up, so right now Freya is 50 and I want to get her up to 60. Obviously 60, she's 50, level 50, she'll be 60 by making her a 6-star. In order to evolve her, I need 640 of the basic seeds, which you get from, as you can see, actually the game will tell you, going to that dungeon, and also from scrapping your Elune units that you don't use. And then this is obviously from what we just showed you. That's the only way you're really going to get them outside of achievements or some type of bonus reward or some type of event. So I need 20 of these, and that would mean I'd have to do that dungeon a lot. I'd have to do it. So this is where it comes the fodder system and the fusion system. Now I already mentioned that you're going to be sitting here doing this 12 times, this 12 times. This is right here 24 runs per stage that you should be doing, right? That's a lot of stamina, but while you're doing that, you should be bringing as many fodder as possible. And more specifically, you should be bringing low star fodders. The reason being is that you are going to be fusing these characters. The fusion system in this game is actually kind of cool, and I'm going to go to the Elune points. So as it says here, you can receive a guaranteed Elune of a higher, it's split up, higher rarity when your fusion points are at max. So the more rares I do, eventually the 46th one that I do will result in a epic character. And when you do these, as you can see, I'm going to show you 2 1s. It's going to give me a 2-star blue. There's a small chance that it might give me a epic. Is a very small chance when you do this. But as you can see, then boom, it goes up in 1. So that's why I actually figured, I noticed a lot of people, they were doing 3 and 4 stars. Maybe if you're doing epics and you're hoping that you're getting a good epic, but in far as filling this meter, and even if you want to do the epic meter, do your low star ones, because they take less time to actually evolve. So when you are doing the stamina, the quicker that they max level, the better. This is going to get my fusion meter up very, very quickly. Then on the 46th one, I'm going to bring in 2 5-star maxed rare characters, and that is going to give me a guaranteed 6-star epic. That's how that works, and that's how you should be doing it. And then every time that I do an epic, I'm gonna keep doing my low star epics over and over and over again, and then eventually my 61st one, I'm gonna have 2 probably 5-star epics ready to go. You can also do this for legendaries. If you're trying to switch your legendaries, you don't like the one that you got, you don't feel like transcending it, you could do that as well. But this is more for like early game tips and how to like kind of like get your account in a good spot. Next up, we're gonna go to the supply. You just go upper right, you click the supply. So now that you kind of have a grasp of the game based off what I've said so far, you kind of know what is really good here. So you can see green, yellow, orange, and violet gems. As you saw before, a lot of the characters that I had need a violet gem. So the violet gem is actually a little bit more exciting, more tantalizing to me, because I know exactly what this would actually do, what I would use this for. I don't actually really mess with the soul gems because I feel like you're gonna get those characters over time. So I really don't like doing any of these, if I'm being completely honest. And down here, now you know what's the difference. I was like, what's the difference between Mage Tome, the Knight's Dagger, Great Wizard, and then you have a legendary all the way over here. Now this is the Discipline Elune Sword. Now I know for a fact, when I go back to my gear, now I know, oh, I have a Discipline Elune Sword. So if it was actually not a sword, and it was maybe the offhand or something like that, or the other pieces of the puzzle, then I know that it's actually kind of good to actually get some of those things. And I can actually build up and go get towards a actual set bonus instead of me just buying stuff and not really knowing what's the purpose of this thing. I hope you guys understand that a little bit more. Obviously, you can see that there's different numbers. The higher the number, the better the gear. So this is a really good sword in comparison to maybe the other one that I had that might be pretty much doo-doo. Also, guys, don't forget about the Zodiac, which is boom right here. And already selected, we're already here. This thing is just a big gold dump. But it's a really good gold dump, depending on which thing you're trying to activate or use. Like here, I think this is the first one you should level up. The pirate encounter rate is probably one of the best ones. So boom, now activated. Now this thing is now fully activated. Now there are good ones like adventure damage. So when I'm in adventure, I do more damage. This one, all resistance. Now these are over encompassing buffs to your entire units, like boss damage. All my units will do more damage to bosses. All my units will have, like, see, now this one's locked because I'm at level 25. And then you can see it goes keeps going. It keeps going. So just keep that in mind. Like here, I want to definitely get to level 35 so we get the pirate encounter rate up. Now, what is the pirate encounter rate? I don't think I can trigger it within this video. I said I wasn't going to put it in the video, but I did it anyway. So here's a pirate video. The elixir, they pop up. Slice. And I'm going to go in there with my normal guys. It really doesn't matter. But as you notice, this one costs 20. And you can see the rewards here. Gear, uncommon gear. Then common skill paper, uncommon skill paper, rare, epic, and then legendary. So let's see what we get here. And I'm just going to briefly go over what is, you know, what the mechanics are. But it's pretty simple. Like pretty much all these guys pop up here. The remaining pirates here is gonna be at the top, the middle, top middle, I guess that's how you say it. That's pretty much it. You just have to kill all the pirates, and then eventually Big Mama comes. But here it is. Then this guy pops up in the back. You should just focus him down. It makes everything in your life tremendously easier. You have to wait until he has the ball of ease. There we go. Now we can snipe him. So now when he's holding up this ball, if you let 2 turns pass while he has the ball up, he'll throw it at you. But if you kill him beforehand, he'll actually drop the ball on his friends, just like that, and it makes it a lot easier. So there's at least a little cool mechanic to it. So we got 1 epic skill paper and a rare paper, and then 2 other uncommon papers. And that's going to affect this when you want to actually level up the skills of your character. So dupes in this game are actually only specifically for max level characters, and you need to level that character up to max, and that will just, from what I understand, just increase their stats. Books, these skill books, see, I have a few legendary skill books here, and boom, if I wanted to, I can level my legendary characters. And if you guys can guess it, the epic characters need epic skill books. Oh my god, look at it. So pretty much that's where you're only, as far as I know, the only place to get those skill books are going to be specifically from the pirate encounters. You just got to be a little bit selective, and that's with all these gacha games. You have to be very selective on the units that you invest in. Whoever you like or whoever you think is going to give you the biggest advantage, make sure that you're giving them everything. Make them the best unit that they possibly can be. The bingo, once you guys get the bingo, I'm actually holding out for until the day resets. That's why I'm actually haven't used any of mine. But you see here that you actually use those lights and summon characters. You do get these characters. So I'm going to be betting on this one. Oh, not betting, but I'm going to be using on this one. All my light is going to go to the one that's coming up next. So when I pick epic Elune summon, I'm going to get an epic character, which is really good. And that's just from scrapping characters. And then obviously when you do the rare one, and then you're going to keep doing this in hopes of just lining these up and getting these rewards and things of that nature. Or you could just keep constantly just spam the epic Elune one, just keep saving up. You can completely ignore the whole aspect of this. That's up to you. I don't know. Somebody said that this is free to play. Someone said that it wasn't. I don't know. But as you can see here, the 12-row completion is a 4-star or 5-star legendary. So you want to probably do both and get in a legendary character. I just don't know. Next month, I'll be able to tell you guys how viable and how, you know, realistic it is. That's why I'm saving this, to give myself a head start. So I think that that's all that I can tell you guys, and I hope that this was somewhat helpful. And like I said, remember to do Coco. Coco. Okay, can I not just click on him so I can see everything? Coco. Coco's a jerk. Coco, why? Pretty much, I don't know how to make it pop up. I do apologize. I'm a bad content creator. Oh yeah, you just press this button up here and you see all the Choco stuff. It's been a long day. But Coco has specific missions that he wants you to do, and you get pretty much a lot of rewards for doing it. But check with Coco, do what he wants you to do first, and then progress through, because if you're like most of us, you would do something like the light dungeon, the Lytra dungeon, and then he'll ask you to do the Lytra dungeon, and he doesn't count that you just did it. So you have to wait until the next day to do it. That's the best advice that I can give you guys at the moment, and I hope if there's any other questions or if you guys have any more advice, please leave it in the comment section below. If it's really good, I'll probably pin it. Because this game is much harder than any of the other gachas that I've played as far as the intro to the game. Getting stronger is not right there blanket in your face, and I think that that is also kind of good but also bad at the same time. As far as what makes this game good and bad, I'll do that in another video, but right now I'm really enjoying this game. Also, I have a Discord channel that is going to be in the description as well if you guys want to talk Elune with other Elunists. You guys can do that in my Discord channel as well. They probably have their own official channel, but that channel, come to my channel and talk so you can help me out. That's pretty much what it's for. That Discord channel is specifically to help me out. Anyway, every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.